Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Leamington Spa, its mayor, and that idol get, Vic Reeves.
Come out. Thank you very much, Tim. Go on, come on. Go on, tell them who you are.
Lovejoy, apparently, Vic.
Lovejoy? And doesn't he look smart with all the antiques and all that all over his clothes? That was my idea, that.
You'll take to look more like Bergerac.
But that was my idea, that. I tell you what, ladies and gentlemen, you would not believe the agony one goes through when holding a red-hot coin like that. Oh! Still, we've got a treat for you tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Later on, we've got a cranberry sauce salesman who's going to be pouring red-hot muesli onto a sleeping haddock, and then he's going to write Melbourne on the back wall and then just nick off. So, we'll be looking forward to that, by George. But without any further ado, let's have a big round of applause for various European borders. Starting off with a big round of applause for the Austro-Italian border. Yeah! Yes, indeed. A round of applause for Switzerland's many borders. One of our favourites. And finally, let's not forget, a big round of applause for Pamela Borders. Oh, dear. Ladies and gentlemen, that was what a cracking start to the show that was. I reckon that was one of the most spectacular starts to a show ever seen on British television. But, now then, whoa, wait a minute. Les has put a bid in to make an equally exciting entrance. So, ladies and gentlemen, in your town tonight, it's Les. Well done, Les. Into position, Leslie. It was my idea to use that voice. Very good. And it was my idea to have that sponge on a spring there. I see you've brought that sycophantic little toady tin thing down there with you, Les.
Hello, I am Dylan. I am Les and Vic's special friend.
You might be Les's mate, but you're no mate of mine.
OK, then. I am Les's special buddy.
All right, then. OK, then, if you know so much about Les, then, who's his mum and dad?
Les's father was Parker out of Thunderbirds. His mother was Glaxo Industries.
OK, then. Let's see how close you really are. The chives!
Oh, you bugger! Oh, you bugger!
Oh! See, so Les is still afeard of the chairs. I enjoyed it. I'll tell you what, though. I was painting the underneath of a fox the other day, and I had to use a roller on a long stick because it was quite a high fox. But I had the bright idea of opening the window to let some air in. So if you want to get a good idea, what I recommend is you paint quite a high fox. And if you can't manage that, then try a wolf. But please make sure it's quite a high wolf. See? Shut it, Fop. Shut it, Fop. What the hell are you doing here?
Shut it, Fop.
Shut it, Fop.
Fop, you won't let me on your show anymore, so I'm doing a little piece about TV generally.
Here we see this month's Radio Times. You see the fop on the front, ignore it. In the future, things could be so different, ladies and gentlemen. We see a representation of Sir Graham Lister there, and a free potato. That was my idea. And inside, completely different scheduling to the sort that spewed up the fop. Oh, that's interesting. Doctor at large, doctor in the house, young doctor, Howard's Way, more
Doctor, what's all this doctor? But I tell you what, though, Lister.
Oh, Reeves,
I was watching Right to Reply the other day, and there was a gentleman on there who looked quite similar to you, and I videotape recorded it on my stereogram, and I've got it on here now, and I'm going to have a look at that now.
I'm here to complain about the so-called light entertainment show, Vic Reeves' Big Night Out, hosted by the Workshire fop, Vic Reeves himself. Admittedly, there is one bright spot on the show in the form of Mr. Graham Lister, whom I believe, quite rightly, is soon to be knighted. Coming Channel 4, why not give Lister his own series? And whilst you're at it, why not more programmes such as Doctor Who, Dr. Kildare, Doctor in the House, Young Doctors, Flying Doctors, and so on? Who on earth brought this pig into this booth?
There's again, see? Doctor, similar views, Doctor.
Similar valid
but
views, Reeves.
Lister, it could not have been you, for he had a hat and a beard.
No, I never wear a hat and a beard, Reeves.
No, it
I'm
couldn't
a
have been
mature
you.
man, Reeves.
Couldn't have been you, Lister, because he was a very ugly man.
You're not so
A
ugly.
very hideously ugly man. Almost deformed.
Oh, Reeves. So you know it was me, Reeves, do you? It doesn't make the views any less valid, does it? You're infecting my mouth again, aren't you, Reeves?
No.
So what if Paul Newman has arthritis? What's it got to do with me? Oh, what's his haystacks? Are the haystacks here? Whose is that dolphin, Reeves? It's mine. I can smell beef, and it's a toasted beef. What these voices, Reeves? Why'd you do it to me?
He's a pretty fellow. I'll tell you what tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I am sweating cobs. I'll just... That was my idea. I'll tell you what, though. Hey, no, you know Private Dancer, the song by T. Turner? Well, I was the private dancer in that. I'll tell you what, though. That was my idea as well. Well, I think it's about time now to install a Tandy doorbell, air tax your underpants and meet the man with the stick. What do we cry when we say man with a stick? What's on the end of the stick, mate? I wonder, are you going to reveal that? What a fabulous surprise that was. Lay down your stick, come and join me over here, man with a stick. You're looking great. What's
you doing? Show going all right, is it, Vic?
A bit early, aren't you?
No, you all right? Oh, doing all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. Right, what are you doing?
Hey, well, I'm getting this back.
Hey, you can have the picture of your kids, but I own the kids. I've got the contract. Here's the contract, witnessed by Judge Nutmeg. In consideration of the £60, I, man with the stick, hereby grant permission for Vic Reeves to employ my 3 kids in his cloak and dagger type operations for ages. You see, the children belong to me. Let's take a trip to Novelty Island. And Novelty Island this week comes from Hill Street out of Hill Street Blues, as you can see. It was my idea to have the windy road there. And, oh, look, there's a smart car chase going up there. Blimey, it's exciting at Hill Street, isn't it? Well, the first act tonight at Novelty Island is Captain Adams. Captain Adams presents Liquid Harmony. Okie doke. Captain Adams, papermate, left the Navy after a horse-stroke, dynamite-stroke, strawberry incident in Shanghai. OK, Captain Adams, what's your catchphrase?
Liquids maketh the melody, boy. Yes.
And what do you do with your helmet?
I make a melody with my liquid helmet, my man.
Off you go.
And boom!
Well, what a good melody that was. Very good melody indeed, and if I'm not mistaken, that was Manic Mondays by the Bangles. Act 2 tonight is Judith Grant. Judith Grant, her biggest ever disappointment was the soundtrack to the film Tommy, and I think I can really get to grips with that as well. And Judith, what's your catchphrase?
I can see you, Mr. Wilson.
Very good. What a very good catchphrase, isn't it? And what's your turn tonight?
I've got a Black Sabbath album, and it's signed by the singer.
What a brilliant act! This is second-hand, isn't it, Judith? Gillian MacLaine, Chatsworth Garden, Scarborough, North Yorks, I think, is the previous owner. It's not the singer. You didn't do too well. I think you better leave now, Judith. Before anyone noticed. Act number 3 tonight at Novelty Islands is Mr. Mellons. Mr. Mellons goes to Chicago tonight. Mick McMillan Biro, the inventor of the windmill, his catchphrase is, "Come, come, Mrs. Pickford, it's only a vegetable." Anyway, the inventor of the windmill is back tonight with the Windmelon.
Time.
Very good act tonight, ladies. Gillian MacLaine, Chatworth Gardens, Scarborough, North Yorks. Hi, ask you. Well, we've got a top judgment tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because tonight's acts were judged by one of the pins out of Barry Sheen's leg. And if I magnetised the desk here by pulling this lever, we should attract the pin with a bit of luck. Righto, well, I'm just going to drill out that pin there. Well, there we are, ladies and gentlemen. The winner was Mr. Mellons, and I'm sure you will agree with me there. Very good indeed. There you go. Thank you very much, Barry.
No problem anytime, Vic.
Okie doke there.
Vic, have you seen this?
Hey, all right there, Bob. What are you doing? Thanks very much, sister. MC Hammer.
Yeah, read on, read on.
Cheap apples for sale. Bring on bag. Cheap apples for sale.
Yeah.
Bring on bag. By George,
Oh, I
Bob.
love cooking apples, Vic. I love the thought of them.
Just a cooking apple.
Oh, it makes me want to touch that. Put it there.
Apples, I get...
I still can't manage it,
You
Bob.
can never really pull that off, can you, Vic?
I can't manage it. No,
Never
tell
mind.
you what, though, Bob. I'll just have a quick suck. I'm pregnant at the moment.
You are
No,
not.
don't worry about it. I tell you what, though, Bob. Why don't you hang about with me for a few moments, because we're going to go once again live to Switzerland and find out what snap decisions the ponders aren't making tonight. Well, I wonder whose idea that was then.
It wasn't my idea, Vic, certainly,
Well,
but it
exactly,
was
wasn't
my idea to put this trophy here.
Yes, it's a very good idea, but it was my idea to put it on the saucer. Ruined that guy. Well, that was a bit of fun, wasn't it?
Hey, Vic.
Hey, I tell you what, Bob, I like your personalised tie there.
Oh, yeah. See, it says Bob. That was my idea.
Hey, Bob, that was a brilliant idea.
Not bad, not bad. Hey, Vic, my mind moves to thoughts of felt, electricity.
And Parsons.
Parsons laughing at crows.
I tell you what, though, Bob, we have a great laugh on this show, don't we?
Hey, we do.
But there's a serious... side to us, of course. We are also members of a performance arts group, ladies and gentlemen. Action Image Exchange. That's right.
Yeah, recently we've been leafleting. We've also had a few meetings above pubs. They've been a great success and they've increased consciousness in my area tenfold, right,
That's
Nick?
right. And when we're having our meetings, we like to wear these T-shirts, and I like to smarten mine up with a Greek fisherman's cap, which
Nice touch, Vic. Nice touch, Nick. I tell you what, Nick, the situation in South Africa is really beginning to get on my tit end.
That's... I tell you what, though, Nick, you would have thought that the situation would have been resolved, but after Lethal Weapon 2, wouldn't you?
Still, there's still a lot of leafleting to be done and a lot of meetings to be held above pubs.
I'll start on with the leafleting.
OK,
right?
now...
OK.
We're going to do a performance, and first of all, we're going to limber up, of course.
Right, well, this performance piece is called A Taste of Tia Maria.
Let's limber up first, then, Nick. Let's limber up first. Don't be premature. I'm ready, Nick.
Right, I'm ready as well, then.
If you'd just like to explain what you'll be doing.
What I'm going to be doing is representing time passing over a radiator.
I'm going to be representing an envelope passing over Dennis Potter's bread bin.
Let's go.
Thank you very much indeed. Fall over.
Oh! I've gone.
Oh, Vic's fallen over and it's quite nasty, actually.
It's because I took my jacket off the air, got lighter.
No, I can almost smell the chaffing. That's quite bad. No, that's quite bad.
I've got skin cutters tightened.
No, I can smell it, Vic. It's terrible. You look after yourself, right, Vic?
I will, I'll try. I'd tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but about this... Les! I don't know about you, ladies and gentlemen, but about this time of the night, I like to squirt tart lemon into Les's eye. Bob, come back. Thanks for getting us out of that, Bob.
Oh, you're all right.
I tell you what, though, Bob, you're a poor man, aren't you?
Yeah, can't afford much at birthdays, Vic.
No.
I sometimes call my hair really flat on a birthday, or...
Do you really?
Or maybe buy some cotton or brew some
Well, I
fruit.
tell you what, Bob, you might be interested because I'm going to give some birthday facts for poor people now.
Oh, birthday gift ideas?
Yeah, if you're really poor or just idle like me, you might like to take up a few of these ideas. You ready?
Yeah, I'll stick about till I get bored, like.
OK, then. Well, here's an idea for Dad.
Hey, I've had enough. That's no big...
Well, if you're poor and you want to make a birthday gift for Dad, how about making him this nice glove out of 2 sycamore leaves, sellotaped together? It makes an ideal little glove for you there. Another idea to match his gloves is this attractive scarf. Now, take a strip of sellotape and put it on the dog's back and pick up some hair from it. Wrap it around his neck and look a treat. Another idea, here's an idea for Mam. Now, how about making this rather attractive flour and lager face pack? You simply take a bucket there and you fill it full of flour, lager. Put all that in there. For exfoliator, put in some segs, some used teeth, all clock parts, some fuse wire. Why don't you put in the fuses? I tell you what, man, stick in the fuse box as well. Some old zips and that. Makes a nice exfoliator. She can stick that on her face, and when she's looking right tarty and smart for the club, she can empty it out and put the bucket on her head for art. Look smart, that. Another idea for little Johnny, it's his birthday. Why not get the entire family to chip in and buy a nice pre-packed sandwich like that? Cheese, egg, I found the cheapest. Simply, he can, when he's eating the sandwiches, you can use the transparent harness there, fill it full of used grass, put a peg on the end and sellotape it onto his back and tell him he's one of those kung fu turtles sort of thing. And, smart. When the fad's worn off, you can sell the grass, put it on his head and make a nice cap. Very exciting. So, there's some few ideas there if you're poor. Very poor indeed. Well, now that was a very interesting item. And now let's move on to a very interesting man, ladies and gentlemen. He's one of the most interesting men I've ever met. A big round of applause, once again, ladies and gentlemen, for Rick Astley.
She's taken my time, convinced me she's fine, but when she's gone, I don't know for sure. It's always that way. She's playing her game. When she comes home, I'm not feeling that way. Crash bang, Vic.
Who are you supposed to be then?
Oh, it was Rick Astley. No, Vic, hold on a minute. There's some Vic, there was some pensioners, a priest, a yoga teacher. Little Rick Astley thought, smart, I'm glad I came, but you ruined it.
You didn't think that they thought...
They
you
did
thought
think...
that they thought that you...
They thought
no,
you...
you didn't... No, not that... No.
They...
You
Vic...
thought that they... You thought that...
It's so
You
sad.
thought...
Well, I found that quite sad, Vic, really.
What?
I found it sad what you were doing then. That was sad.
What's the matter with you?
What do you mean, what's the matter with me? You ruined it for me.
I tell you what, Bob, though, you're great.
Oh, that's quite nice. That's
No,
smart,
your
that.
voice is great. It's a great voice. I'm only joking.
I know you're only
You're great.
joking. I'll tell you what, Vic. You know you've got man with the 6 children and they're working down that mine for you? Do they get a pickaxe? Do they get a pickaxe to work with or do they use their bare hands?
You had to mention their bare arms, didn't you?
Oh, I mentioned it?
You bugger!
Oh, I had to mention it, of course I did.
You had to mention it. You wouldn't let it lie.
I bugger would have let it go.
You wouldn't let it lie.
I would have let it lie, I would have.
Bugger, you didn't let it lie.
You bugger, now tell me, do they use pickaxe or bare hands?
Bare hands.